It's been a minute, chaps. I've cleared up some of the inactivity matters in my Discord, so if you really want to know what I've been up to, you can have a gander in there. But anyways, welcome to the Zombies public testing. I couldn't make it to the closed one with the creators because I was asleep. However, the public test was at a more reasonable hour for us Brits, which means that I was able to make it and record it all in one. I'm not going to sit here and just waffle endlessly for half an hour about pointless stuff. I just wanted a chance to plug Discord. But aside from that...
Oh my god.
This is a good news.
Yo, the regular voice chat's scary, man. I have rejoined. Zombies is out!
Holy mother of God.
Unfinished alpha. You're ready to play an unfinished product. This is not finished. This is a testing session. Are you playing a finished product? No. This is PvPvE, players versus players. We also work on a PvE zombies mode to release a later date. Are we releasing a PvE mode at a later date? Yes. Is this an unfinished test or a final release? Unfinished test. I'm in! Oh, I'm in. Whoa! Holy smokes, got a shank! Unfortunately, early on, the journey wasn't off to a great start. An elevator shaft. Damn it. Okay, we're 5 minutes in and I'm already stuck in a hole. I'm soft locked in an elevator shaft. No, please fix. It's so ironic I spawned in my natural habitat, the construction site. Eventually though, I managed to find a way down and out of the building and made my way out onto the streets of New York City. Wait, no, my bad. This is just a normal day in Birmingham. Oh, you're running. Oh, they're running. They are running. Loot the boss. Ooh, striker! That wasn't smart. Like, I don't want to test, you know, how well you can fight while cornered. It's been so long I haven't seen a player. It is scary. Like, this feels single player. I guarantee it won't for very long when people start getting their hands on weapons and guns. Because, you know, one guy's going to get a gun and you are going to hear it. You know, you're going to hear just fully automatic fire in the distance. And night's falling. Okay, so I need to find shelter. Because what people have said. Once night falls, you are finished. Not many people survive the night. Why are you going in an elevator shaft? Did you not learn from what happened at the very start? Well, we have stumbled across our first issue. Oh. I am now woefully equipped for the night. To be honest, after that statement of the century, I wasn't left filled with much hope for the night ahead, especially as I was left going room to room and encountering zombies inside of the building itself, and not just on the streets anymore. Don't like the sounds I'm hearing, man. Speaking of. Oh yeah, and I'll give you one guess as to how well my first encounter went with a player. Oh, you... I was gunned down in the stairs like a dog. But to be fair, the guy did admit that it was an accident, but the damage was already done. From here on out, no matter what it took, if I found a player, I was going to kill them. Lucky for me, and unlucky for all the soon-to-be ops in the server, this building that I spawned in was full of weapons, so I was already off to an amazing start. And once I emerged from the building onto the streets of the modern day Birmingham, it was already daytime, so the zombies were going to be much less of a threat. And it wouldn't take me long to find my first victim. Keep your distance, man. I don't want none of the heat. Keep your distance. Hehehe. I'm on my straight evil arc. The best, however, was still to come. I managed to get a lucky break where I could kill a few zombies, but then I found this Humvee. With now possibly one of the best offensive capabilities on the server, I was immediately on the hunt, and it took me a while, but eventually in this bank I was hearing footsteps. I'd broken even. 2 kills and 2 deaths. However though, as you could probably guess, using a gun when there's only one way in and one way out of a building in a zombie apocalypse was not a smart idea, and soon I would come to eventually figure out the building was surrounded by hordes of the infected. I managed to find my next possible victim whilst fleeing the zombie horde outside the bank. I was either going to shoot him down in the street right there or try and use him to fend off the zombies while I escaped. However, he beat me to it. I was back on my feet quicker though, eager to not let night fall without me being prepared. I managed to quickly find a residential area and start scouring through houses for any form of loot that would help me survive the night. Also, it's probably worth adding at this point, I'm not going to be talking in-game as much because it was getting late in real life and people in my house were kind of going to sleep. But I don't need sleep. All I need is a 1,700,000 bolt-action sniper. Oh my god, yes! Now that I was properly armed and was more aware of how the game mode was going to work, I wanted to try and at least make a friend. But already, that dream may not come true. Sit down. A player by the name of Atlas_0211 tried to kill me. So like a home invasion, I camped at the top of the stairs and took him down. I'm sorry man, we could have been friends. But hey man, the guy kind of had some good loot and I wasn't just going to let it sit there. However, as I kept looting the house, this guy in chat, Spectre907YT, seemed like a really chill guy. So I just said to him, hey man, YouTuber to YouTuber, if we meet up, are we chill? And he was chill. And so, with the third night fast approaching, I took up refuge on the roof of the apartment building I was staying in, and I was waiting the arrival of my new friend. Except barely even 2 minutes later, I didn't do that, went outside and played a really dangerous game with a random player I found, but thankfully, he was chill. Graybo_16, I think he was only just freshly spawning in, but he was the first real friend that I actually met. So thank you. However, I kept encountering more and more small packs of zombies on the street, so I decided to return to the house that I was hiding in, and I witnessed this. Now, we'll pause here for a second and analyse what Yeen's advice was in their video. They said to avoid windows. So when I saw this giant horde rampaging through the streets of New York City chasing another player, what did I do? I went and stood in the biggest window I could find. And as if me typing this in chat right now didn't predict what was just about to happen, I took one final sip of that purple grav brew, pulled out my machete, and got to hacking as many zombies that came through the door. But it just wasn't to be. My own stupidity had gotten me killed, and as such, I was placed further than ever from meeting my friend. I also want to take a quick moment here just to replay the entire footage with audio. When I figured that the zombies were coming for me and there was just no way out, there was actually a genuine moment of actual fear in my voice. Oh no, 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 no. I was actually legitimately scared, not only because I was just about to die in-game, but I also felt like I was this close to finding Spectre, and now all of a sudden my own stupidity had jeopardised the entire plan. I spent the first few minutes of my new life looting and managed to find a decent pistol with a light. Whilst I was leaving the building I was in, Spectre said he heard someone. Instinctively, I turned around just in time to watch him throw a glow stick as a friendly signal towards me. I told him that I saw the glow stick, and there was my friend. He gave me some spare ammo from my new P226 that I'd recently found, and we headed out into the street to continue our looting spree together. In the street we were swarmed quickly, but we fought together bravely, taking down zombie after zombie, even if I nearly died. But then, in the midst of all the chaos, we even found a third player. But inevitably he didn't want to join our little party, so we let him run off into the snow. We actually spent so long fighting off the mini horde and looting that we ran out of time for the public playtest. So, as the server closed, we said our final goodbyes in this apartment where we also kind of learned that actually zombies can climb. Yeah, that's totally not going to end up being nightmare fuel for me. We spent a while just chilling in the apartment talking about whatever, and I even took a minute to marvel at the actual water physics in the water bottles. Eventually though, we realised it had just gone on the hour and the server was soon going to be closing. So, we said our final goodbyes and just waited in peace. And just like that, everyone was sent back to the lobby. There was something special just about hearing the opening theme to the game, having just spent the last hour fighting for our lives in New York, making enemies, friends, mistakes, all of that, and it's now over. But hey, now that it's finished. This game mode is amazing and it was well worth the wait. Every street feels different, the graffiti on the walls giving subtle hints that nighttime is dangerous, the constant feeling of dread as you go from pathway to pathway, street to street, building to building, especially at nighttime when you are in much more danger. Seriously, if you weren't able to make it to the public tests, you missed out. Anyways, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I had fun making it. It's been a real blast to play this game mode and I can't wait for the stable release to come out. It's got its own bugs, but honestly, when the release comes, I'm sure they'll have been completely ironed out. So once again, thank you for watching and I will see you next time.